Whoa! It's the illusion. Reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. Wow. All right, first off the bat, that last video I made about the cubicle, I said that I wanted to open myself up more to the my YouTube fans and subscribers, so I included an email link. Boom, I got a bunch of emails. So if you sent me an email and you haven't heard back from me just yet, you're gonna. I answer all my emails. So I'm also gonna be putting that link to my email. Any of you can send a message to me, ask a question, include your phone number if you're really jammed up and you need someone to talk to. Because I'm fully engaging Spaceship Earth and all its passengers. With that said, you know, it wasn't until I caught this crazy trippy wave yesterday that I realized that I was finally back in Source Energy's time signature. What do I mean by that? All right, like the energy, time is subjective, right? If you go into the concept of source energy and the holographic universe and God and all these things, time really doesn't exist. Time is a made-up concept by our society that we use to kind of gauge us moving through time and space. I don't really buy into it a lot. You know, I can get into the sun setting and rising and the moon and the earth going around the sun and the planets and all that kind of stuff. I can get into the astronomy aspect of time. But when it comes to the actual living in source energy or in creation or in life or reality, time is totally subjective. And I hadn't realized that from the time I came back from Hawaii until yesterday at around 12:30, I had been living in the 3D world's timescape, the 9 to 5 timescape, the clocks, right? Because I'd been running for the city council election. And because of that, I had a lot of appointments that I had to keep, that I had to be at certain places at certain times. So that meant I needed to get to sleep at a certain time. And all this, I was basically jammed up living in this 3D landscape. And I had sacrificed the fourth and the multidimensional universe for the sake of the 3D universe that we call our living reality. So, you know, losing the election freed me up on a certain level from that timescape, but I also had to like mentally and spiritually decompress from that timescape. And it wasn't until yesterday when I got this crazy wave that I realized that I was finally back in God, source energies, creations, whatever you want to call it, timescape or time signature. And why did I know that that was the one? First of all, I'd gone down to the beach and I'd surf for like 45 minutes, but I had to go meet my girlfriend to go pick her up from a commitment so that she could go pick her kid up from an appointment. And then we went and we hung out and we had coffee and tea and the waves were pumping and going off, but I needed to be there for these other people. There was some stuff going on in their reality that I needed to show up for. And so when all that was done, I went back down to the beach to surf. And if you understand anything about surfing, like, and beach breaks, the wind will come up and all that kind of stuff, but it was pumping. Like it was 6 to 8 foot faces and just wedging westward style. And so I went down there late. I paddled out. I'm kind of in a zone where there wasn't any other surfers and I'm catching a couple waves and all of a sudden this mutant wave comes to me. And I'm paddling into it like, and I know it's like a mutant, but I don't know what kind of mutant it is yet. And I pull in and I barely make the drop and those first sections mutates and then there's this boil and it just sucks out, but it's already kind of like bringing up spray with it. So I just pull in on this thing, right? The section behind me spits. I'm in this giant cavern. It just fills up with foam and spit, and I can't see anything, but I'm just pulling in, right? And I get a glimpse in the middle of it all of like how deep I am in the wave, and how gnarly the wave is. Like I'm in a big barreling wave, a heavy one. And then it just turns into spit and foam again, and I'm just in the wave, and next thing you know, I just come shooting out of this wave, and I doggy door the right-hander that's coming at me, and I know I just got the wave I've been waiting for about 4 months. And because it wasn't your typical like perfect barreling waves, like it took a whole skill set to negotiate this wave. And then I completed the ride and I go, okay, boom, I'm in God's timescape, time code, what have you. And I knew because it took all the universal flow to get to that one spot to catch that one wave. Like if I'd blown off my girlfriend or kid or been late to that, I never would have made it to this wave. Like that day, yesterday, I was totally in source energies, God's energy field, time code, time signature. And boom, right? So I knew it the minute I got the wave, I go, I'm back in the source energies energy field. So that ties into all the emails I've been receiving from my fans and you, the viewers, who've been sending all these emails. So please keep sending them because they really enlighten me about you and me because I have to participate in this dialogue. And so that gets me to today. Today I'm in the thing, but it's coming to the end of the month. I'm kind of sweating rent a little bit. And I'm a little bit behind with all my bills because I was so busy doing the city council race. By the way, I want to thank all of you who have donated to my channel this year because I took it off of the money thing on YouTube and it's only operating off of your donations. So every time you do actually donate to the link, you're actually helping me out in a big way because like this is about all of us freeing ourselves to be in creation, and it allows me to do my art. And that was one of the first things that I noticed coming out of the election was I was able to create art again. Actually, I've made a couple cool pieces. Hold on. This is my post-election art. I made this piece. This piece kind of gets me fired up. And then I also made this piece. Kind of gets me pumped up. Anyway, so I'm making art. Some people have been buying some art. And, people have been donating to the illusion cause, because, my whole thing is about being of service to my fellow human beings. Like, I'm not in it to be like, anyway, we're drifting off into that story. So I go and I surf this morning. I hang out. I meet up with my buddy who needs some work done for him. We go into town, we do some work. I'm like, hey, bro, I need you to advance me a bunch of money so I can pay my bills, dude. And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he gives me a bunch of money, and I walk into my house. Lo and behold, there is a check from the IRS, tax return for $1,242. Boom. But the hottest is it's gone just as quick as it arrived, but it means I don't owe anything right now. Like, boom, it takes care of all my rent. It helps me get my phone situation resolved. It just takes care of everything. But you have to understand, so the hottest is I call my bro back. He's like halfway down the street. I go, you can come pick up that money I borrowed from you. I don't need it anymore. He's like, what are you talking about? I go, dude, I just got a check from the IRS. They gave me my money back. He's like, no way. Because my bro who I was rolling with, he totally understands time signatures and the energy field and source energy and creative energy and being a high frequency being. So he was like, wow, dude, that's crazy. 1 minute you're saying like you're way behind. The next minute you have a check taking care of all your things. But the thing was, that I had resigned myself today to talk to my bro who I rent from and be like, look, dude, I'm kind of behind. We're going to have to like work something out. He's super cool. But it's one of those conversations you never really want to have. And I was like, okay, I got to man up, go have the talk and the whole deal and that whole deal. But because I was willing to take it on with a positive mental attitude, the universe intervened and said, hey, look, you forgot that you sent a tax return in like 6 weeks ago, and here's your check today. Boom. The hottest is the second piece of meals is saying the IRS wants to give me another $500 if I fill out some form and send it back to them. I'm like, dude, all right. Because it's all about not losing faith. What is faith? Faith seems to be tied into like religious identity. No, it's tied into source energy and creation and God and universal flow. And basically what faith is trusting that everything's going to work out because you're adding positive energy into the universe. Faith is not you being grumpy and negative and rolling around and being like, life sucks. Faith is rolling around when you don't have anything going, you know what, I'm the luckiest human being on the planet because I can see, I can walk, I can talk, I can hear, and everything's going to be okay. Because you know why everything's going to be okay? Because I believe everything's going to be okay. Positive mental attitude gets everything done. It's kind of mind-blowing. And I also, just positive mental attitude, right? And cool, and people take care of you. We all can take care of each other. We all are here for each other. And I also want to thank Hayes, who sent me this really bitchin' letter. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate the letter and everything that was in it, man. Real positive energy, dude. I love that, bro. Thank you so very much. And I want to thank all of you who send me these emails telling me about your life, asking me advice on your life's journey. Like, that is like the coolest thing, is to have people think that I'm worthy of giving them advice about their life. And like I said, please continue to email me. The email's down below. If you want to make a donation, feel free to do that too. I'm going to be making an art video where you can buy my art, but I haven't gotten the iPhone thing straightened out yet. I'm working on that, so we're still running a little bit funky on this piece of equipment that I'm making this on right now. And high frequency, positive energy, just, all I can say is when you think you're down, that's just about when things are about to turn around. That's all I know that I've learned over the last couple of years is the more beat down you are, the closer you are to shooting back up, man. It's kind of like surfing, right? Like a big wave will hold you down and you'll be gurgling under there and you'll be gurgling down and eventually you'll feel it stop, but you got to relax. You got to allow the ocean to take you down and gurgle you around, and then you'll pop back up. And the minute you start going up, man, you're going to get a breath of fresh air. And that's what I've had today, as a breath of fresh air from God, source energy, creation, and you. You, the viewers, are all part of this whole magical journey we're on together. Thank you for embracing me. I can't express how much I love you all. Peace.